I have a vision, it may be naive, where the public have relearned to love the concept of development and change and physical growth. That will require a much deeper level of collaboration and understanding between the built environment professions and the public and between themselves. Why is collaboration necessary for the future of planning? Well, planning is going through, and dare I say it needs to go through, some pretty big changes in what it does and how it does it. There are big things out there that are changing. First, of course, is the desperate need for us as a species to tread more lightly upon the planet. Secondly, and perhaps a little bit more controversially with some in the profession, is the need for us almost as a culture to relearn how to create and steward places to be beautiful, walkable, humane and popular. We've lost confidence as a society that new places will improve existing places. We literally don't trust, and I'm afraid this is a matter of statistical fact, we literally don't trust developers or public sector planners to create places in which we want to be and which will improve our existing little bit of the world. So we need dramatically to up a game on that. So these big challenges which mean that the planning profession, other built environment professions will need to work effectively in real time together and perhaps critically involve meaningfully, not just in a manufactured consulting in inverted commas way, the wider public. It's going to need new skills, it's going to need new patterns of building and placemaking, and it'll ultimately lead us, I hope, to create better and more sustainable places. What are some of the best practice examples? I'm a great fan, there are lots of good ways of doing this, but I'm a great fan of what is normally called the charrette process. A tight group of professionals work in real time together over a fixed period of time, working between them, making trade-offs, making decisions, understanding consequences. The other great advantage of the charrette process is that when done properly, you give a substantive role for the wider public at its inception. So you bring them in, maybe the first day, maybe the second day, maybe the third day, to fully engage with the multiple professionals on what it is that people aspire to and what they want. I think as the need to engage with the public in real time spreads, we'll need to have a wider range of techniques. Online engagement here is very exciting. It's an incredibly efficient, effective and, dare I say it, cheap way to crowdsource hundreds, on occasions even thousands of inputs and to start correcting for what you might call the wet Tuesday evening tendency, whereby members of the public who will come to an engagement process tend to be quite a self-selection and, dare I say it, I'm one of them, slightly odd group of people. So to get out beyond that. And I think that leads to my final point, which is good collaboration with the public is visual. And the problem with using words is that the public have come not to trust that. And they think that, not unreasonably sometimes, that when you talk about an appropriate contextual response to the situation or whatever guffer you might be rolling out, that could really literally mean whatever you want it to, and I'm afraid does, and that is how this type of phraseology is misused. So get visual, understand what people like, understand where people feel at home, understand their hopes and fears, and then come to the public. The vision I have is one where a generation from now, it is normal to actively want development and change as something that will make your village or town or suburb or high street better than it is at present. We've got to help the public refine their love of new places and of insertions into existing places. And I think the challenge to planners and to wider professions is to set their vision actually incredibly high and then to work collaboratively and with the wider public to bring that vision of better, more beautiful, more popular, more healthy and more sustainable places into reality.